So these are the expert group, means everybody in that expert group has got the same segment. Are you with me?
Yes.
Has got the same segment. Now why to form expert groups? We form expert groups because students, those who have got same topic, they can come together, they can have a brainstorm, they can decide the strategies to implement it for the presentation. Fine?
Yes.
Okay. Now bring students back to their jigsaw group. Students will come back to their jigsaw group and ask each student to present his or her segment to the group. Now everybody will get opportunity to present his or her segment to that group. Encourage others in the group to ask questions. After the performance of that student, anybody can ask question to that student because doubts can be clarified. Then at the end of the session, quiz on the material should be given to the students so that they should not feel that this is a fun. They should feel that it counts and all these games or all these techniques are useful to them. What are the expected outcome? Expected outcome are collaboration and cooperation. If students get opportunity to have interaction with each other, then they can collaborate, they can cooperate, teamwork get developed here. Because see, mostly students prefer to work individually. But in most of the multinational companies, working individually is not sufficient. They should be a part of a team. So teamwork they must understand. Then creative thinking, peer learning, leadership get developed, ability to express oneself, students get opportunity to come ahead and have interaction with other students. Then individual accountability means everybody feels that they have importance because it is totally different than the traditional class. In traditional class, few students get attention, but here everybody has equal importance. And in-depth knowledge compared to traditional class or teacher-dominated lecture style, here as students need to learn, students need to understand, students need to refer multiple resources, they can have an in-depth knowledge about that concept. Now example I have selected from my domain, but we can use this technique to teach subjects like English communication skills, English literature, civics, mathematics, talking about other science subject, physics and chemistry is also it can be taught by using this method. So see, improving LSRW means listening, speaking, reading and writing, I have used this technique. So same procedure I did. Next slide. As in the morning session, Honorable Vice Chancellor said that first you implement the technique, collect feedback from the students and then it will be effective one. Sir, I have implemented some of the cooperative strategies, techniques and some feedbacks are there.
I'm pursuing bachelor's degree in technology at Sanjay Gadavat University. I study in the first year and I'm here to talk about one of the courses enrolled in our curriculum for the first semester, that is professional communication. It's usually about learning or communicating in profuse ways. It may be grammatically or by the use of humongous vocabulary. But fortunately, we in this course were encouraged to practice every scheduled topic in human. Practically meant actually performing every communicative skill live in the classrooms. That immensely boosted our confidence and made us made the concepts understand better. It just felt like a game we all participated in. It felt no pressure or no compulsion since we had our own choices of the topics that we were going to talk on or we were going to perform on via it may be group discussions or debates or public speakings. All the topics that we were allowed to choose were mainly those ones whom should we be aware of, or we should be informative about those topics. These topics mainly included should India be a cashless economy or demonetization or science boon or bane, or it also included women empowerment, which was really beneficial for all of the students. So also, as said, a better communication always includes profound listening skills as well. So we were introduced to various techniques of effective learning, effective listening rather practically. It was not just the teacher explaining the points and we students noting them down. In fact, we were provided with various exercises and also a few games were conducted in the class. After all, play is our Usually students like me get bored of learning and listening, like right from the first grade to high schooling and then out to college, to learn and listen to the same old tenses, speech, parts of speech, figures of speech, articles, and all this stuff. This activity oriented course was actually what we students were looking for. So when playing games, we got ourselves engaged in the games, engaged in the topic, and then whatever content was taught was reinforced, and the class positivity always remained high at the higher level. Also, it always turned to be a great brain workout since it involves stimulating the brain with strategies, increasing mental cognition, and consolidating new knowledge. So at the end, I could only say this theoretical topic of professional communication, or it could be said as this teaching topic turned into an activity-oriented topic, was really beneficial for all of the students. So I can thankfully say that it did all work out. Thank you. Surajita. I'm pursuing bachelor's degree in technology at Sanjay Ghoda.
Okay, fine. Next slide. Now see the evaluation of this technique. Teacher has to set some rubrics. Teacher has to set some parameters, and every teacher should know what are the parameters of that presentation, because based on those parameters only the evaluation will be done. See the limitations of this technique. It is time consuming, but if it is used properly, it is very effective. We can use it at the time of practical sessions because the group of students are number is less. Then some students tend to dominate during the activities. Here teacher has to just control those students. Everybody should get equal opportunity. Then the jigsaw helps most of the students to understand what the teachers teach, but few of them might not get the concept. In this situation, teacher should provide multiple resources to the students. Say for example, teacher has given notes and some students are not understanding the concept from notes. Then some links of the video should be provided to those students. Then students have their groups, they might not have a cordial relationship with other students in the class. It happens. So to avoid this, teacher should keep on changing the group members. Then large number of students are present in the class, so this technique can be implemented during practical hours. All students will not have the courage to be involved. Teachers have to motivate them. I also observed the same. But when you motivate them properly, when you give them very simple topics initially, when you appreciate their performances, definitely, surely, students start get involved in the activity that you conduct in a class. Then the nature of the timetable does not allow enough time for the students to do their presentation. Here, teacher should be time conscious and creative. If it is done properly, this technique is very useful. And these are the suggestions. So each member in the group should be given the chance to talk and contribute during the presentation, and equal number should be there in all groups. Okay, so thank you very much. If you have any queries, you can ask.
Any questions? Okay, now I am asking one thing of them. Think, pair, share concept is almost same.
Yes.
Think
But for think, pair and share, we have to
nearby.
yes. The one who is sitting beside them.
Now assume that 60 students are there. I think you need a not step to classroom, correct?
No.
You should have like moving the chairs up classroom.
Yes.
Turn back and
Otherwise, I think flat classroom
Yes.
with movable plastic chairs. That is one thing. Now assume that you are implemented in your communication class.
Yes.
Assume that I am taking one class on engineering subject. It may be on like for example surveying or something on refrigeration. I want to talk on refrigeration or how the refrigeration works. That is my first hour. You know that refrigeration.
Yes.
I have to explain all the basic working principle of refrigeration. There can I use this concept?
Yes, surely, sir.
How? Please tell me.
Same procedure can be used.
Yeah, we'll
We
make
have to
use.
divide students, and if you feel that the topic is a difficult one to understand the students, you can just provide the material in advance also. Suppose you are going to take it on next day, you can provide it 2 to 3 days before